There we go. Good morning, my dear students. Once again, I created a video here for you. This is some tips and on online classes. This could probably be an effective guide for your learning. I know that all of you might have your own way of learning, your own way of face, and how are you going to learn online. So today we're going to talk some very important tips, that you may also consider while doing your online classes. Okay? So once again, I'm Prof. Ron, and I hope that you enjoy this video as you are also learning. I may also recommend that you might need to have some what we call pen and paper to probably take some notes, or probably you could actually just get back to this video and visit from time to time if you wanted to refresh your learning about or your understanding about this so-called online learning. Okay, so let me start with asking maybe a question, or maybe clarifying a question, or what we do normally as of this time, what we normally do for us to be able to cope, for us to be able to uh, overcome challenges, no, when it comes to online classes. Maybe a lot of you would say we have our own way of doing it. Okay, but as a professor, a lecturer, a mentor, I would say a coach as well, let me give you some tips that you may probably haven't tried yet, or you might probably have tried it yet, but you may not able to make use of it efficiently maybe, or effectively. Okay, first on my list is create a regular study space and stay organized. So what is this regular study space that I'm referring for? Like where I am right now, I usually do a simple setup wherein I could actually do my online classes. This is a place where I normally stay most of the time when I deliver my online classes. Okay? Probably at your place, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is very important that you have a space that you can work and do your job, or you do your maybe activity as a student in a most productive way. Okay, so you have to, it is important here that you determine what work environment best suits for you. Okay, um it there were some students, or there were some people like who become productive working in a noisy space, or in a place where there's a lot of distraction, or in a place where they can hear music. There were people also that who love to work and more productive working in a place where it's in a quiet place. All right, in a place we're in, or in a space we're in, they could like move properly. There were people like that, but there were some that are not. So definitely create an environment, create or find a study space that is best suited for you. A space where you considered working and were able to provide, were able to deliver a most productive output. My tip is, this is what you could probably do. Try working on top of your bed. Try working maybe in the kitchen. Try working maybe in outside your house if you can. Try working also in a sala, I would say. Try working every place in your house that you can have a space. Try working there. And then try to find out which of those places gives you the most productive output when you are working. That would be best. Okay? Now, because that place would probably be the best place for you to learn. Okay? So again, create a regular study space and stay organized. And if you find that space, after you work, do not forget to keep everything. If you remember the Japanese 5S, set, sort, shine, no? standardize and then sustain. Where do not leave this place untidy. Okay? Tidy the place, clean up the place. Every time you've done with your online class, every time you're done with your activity, clean it up. That's why when you get back there the other day, the following day, I would say, and it's like so messy, it may distract your attention. It may also give you a bad day, and it may also, since it's a bad day for you, then you may not be productive anymore. So that's also very important. Once you find the space, stay organized. Okay? Try to make sure that when you go back there the following day, everything is sorted out, that you're not going to find where are your things that you need to do with your online classes. Your laptop maybe, your charger maybe, pen and paper maybe, or anything that you need during online classes. Make it sure it's set aside properly so that it won't take much of your time to find it, and it may lose your patience if you're not able to find it. Okay? Find a space and stay organized. It's best. Okay? It's best. Alright? So I hope that you're able to remember that. And how to find that right space, I'd say, try to do an experiment, as I've mentioned earlier. Work everywhere. And then try to check which of those places you are most productive. Then stay there probably. Okay? I did that one. This is where I work best. I mean, this place of us is really not that big. I think it's a small space that we have. You know, I'm inside the room, you know, where me and my wife sleep, you know. And it's like, I find it more productive when I work here. Okay? And of course, I have to make things organized so that when I go back here every time, you know, the following day, I don't have to find where is my things that I need to use, I'm sorry, in order to do my online class. Okay? Next in my list is treat an online class like a real class. You know, the bad thing with some, they immediately jump into the conclusion that online class is really difficult. That online class is really not good at all. That online class is totally different than a face-to-face. Yes, there is. We cannot deny the fact that there is. But at least, don't put in your mind like a negative notion like it's really difficult. We can't do anything about it. It's difficult that since we're not used to it, we should not do it. No. Do not try to procrastinate that you can't do it. No, you do not try to believe that online classes is only for those people who has good internet connection, only for those people who have a great understanding about technology. Don't think about it, because everything can be learned. Think of it. Okay? So, it's like, we know it's totally a new normal. But, especially we business students, we always used to like changes. We always used to like ready to face whatever changes. Especially with us marketing students. We always have to be ready because, you know, as our teaching says, that customers' preferences change from time to time. And this is the best time for us to immediately adjust and learn the concept of being a marketeer. Alright? So, do not like just think it's totally different. Though it is, but it is a mindset that whatever you've learned from a face-to-face class, it would be the same thing that you would be learning in an online class. And the good thing with an online class that you have a lot of venue wherein you can learn. You have a lot of ways wherein you can learn. You know, the good thing with it is like you stayed at home and you don't have to travel to listen to your faculty, then go back home, do your assignment. No, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is just a good, you know, connection maybe, headset maybe, and listen. And after that, maybe you can ask question also with your faculty. And maybe after each and every discussion, you could actually do some research. doing the online connection. Okay? Um, think of things ahead to make you more comfortable. It's like tomorrow will be my schedule of other subject. So this would be the possible thing that I will be learning. Create an excitement by yourself. That what should I be learning from this subject tomorrow? What should I be learning from the discussion tomorrow? Create some excitement. Okay? Do advanced reading. Read the materials that is sent to you. And then once that materials is being sent, do not just read it. Do not just, after you read, after you browse the PowerPoint, then do nothing. No. Just try to search other ideas. Search other information that may help you. That may help you. It's just totally online class, I would say, give you more time to research. More time to study your lesson. I believe in that one. Okay? Now, if you think it that way, then it will give you an advantage in understanding an online class. That's my second tip. Do not just think that it's totally different. Forget those negative things. Forget those negative things. Because technically, it will demoralize. It will demotivate you if you really believe that it's difficult. If you really treat that is this totally different. Okay? So be positive, I would say. All right? Next in my list is hold yourself accountable. In everything, do not rely to anyone, not even your group mates, not even your faculty. Do not just rely with them. Your parents, your friends maybe, do not just rely with them. Hold yourself accountable. Work with your assignment ahead of time. If it's given now, do it. Do not make use of the behavior that, sorry to say, Filipinos, like, mamaya na yan. The mañana habit. I have to do it later. Forget that one. Hold yourself accountable. That if whatever happened, you fail, you're not able to submit your assignment on time, think of it that no one to blame except yourself. Okay? Establish this so-called an outcome-based mindset. That each and every minute of your time staying at home should be productive. Hold yourself accountable. That once this fail, it's my fault. That once this fail, I'll be the one to be blamed. No one else. Okay? Hold yourself accountable. Do not do things. Do not just say like the mañana habit, as I mentioned. Do not just say I'll do it later. No, forget that one. As much as possible, try to be proactive. Initiate. Do it now. Do the right thing first. Sabi nga ni Stephen Covey sa kanyang book ng 7 Habits of an Effective People, make first things first. Whatever is really important, do it. Okay? If you wanted to do something and you're being bothered by social media and you have to, to message all of your friends, forget it for a moment. Do your assignment first, then later do the social media. Good thing. If you're doing your assignment and then you're throwing questions, you're exchanging ideas, then that's fine. But if you're just like making some chika like, ay friend, nainis ako sa boyfriend ko, hindi na naman ako tinext. So it's like, it's like a nonsense thing. It's like a nonsense thing. Another thing that Stephen Covey mentioned, the one that he said, like, begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. Think of it that everything is the end. That everything has to be done now. Because if not, what if you do not have the opportunity to do it later? Everything should be the end. That today and that moment is the end. Hold yourself accountable. What if you don't have the opportunity to do it later? So why do things later if you can do it now? Remember, you're the only one being accountable to it. Not your friend, not your faculty, not even your parents, your siblings, or whoever. Make yourself accountable. That's another tip. Think of it. Walang ibang sisihin. Ikaw lang. No one else. Ako lang. Ako ang dapat gumawa nito. Ako to. And if I fail, problema ko to. Okay? Next in my list is actively participate during discussions. So your faculty may ask questions, to try to ask questions. Try to engage. Try to make your presence felt by anybody. In that way, you're able to develop the attitude of being proactive. The attitude of being like concerned about what's going on. The attitude of wanted or willingness. The willingness to learn. Develop that one. Okay? Participate in every discussion because that would actually help you understand the subject matter. Okay? Engage with you can actually exchange ideas with your classmates like what I normally do in the class, you have your channels, your group, collaborate with your group because in that way you're able to learn. You're able to get the ideas of others that you may probably able to use it, okay, in your own understanding. Try that one. Actively participate. Okay? Do not just think like, I'm just new here. I don't know these people. I'm afraid with my faculty. I bring with my teacher. No. Avoid such. Okay? We are all the same. You're all the same there. Whether you are a transferee, you're a shifter, or you just belong to a different class before, now you have your new class. No. Do not change. Participate. That would help. No, the best thing, if you, as I mentioned earlier, if you do advanced reading, and once you read something, you could actually relate those things outside that you're able to see. For marketing, you might probably, in an advertising subject, you might probably able to watch an advertisement that, something like not familiar to you, something like unusual to you, something that you don't like, something that you feel like offensive. You can actually share it in the class. And you can actually tell your professor why those things happen. Okay? Especially because whatever advanced reading you may have are the discussions that your professors were going to discuss the following day. Then at least you have the idea of what to ask. Sir, I've read this. And I was able to watch this. And I feel like they're different. How does this happen? Actively participate. It helps you. Because if you just like sit down there and listen, you might find bored. You might find it, iba talaga yung online class. No. Actively, it's like you are inside the classroom. Sir, raise your hand. Sir, sorry, I really had to clarify something. It's very important, guys. That's the fourth tip that I'm going to tell you. Actively participate. No? Even on the most stupid thing, you believe the most stupid question that you may probably think, try ask. Because you might probably feel it's stupid, but others don't. Alright? Me in my class, I always welcome questions. I always challenge these questions. It's like, it's very important that the students is being challenged, that the students were able to speak up, to voice out what they feel. Okay? Actively participate. I'm telling you, it's very, very important. Okay? Try that one. Now, I'm sorry. The fifth one is practice time management. No, time blocking. I normally use that word time blocking. That I have to set aside some time for every activity that I'm going to do, for every job or task that I'm going to do. Let's say, for example, I have to check your paper. I have to check the paper of the students, their activity. I have to set some time. Let's say, for example, in one section, I have to work from 7 to 9. Then the other section, I have to work from 9 to 11. Then 11 to 1, say for example, it's my class. Then 1 to 3, my class again. Then 5 to 3 to 5, I'm free. I have to do this. So it's time blocking. You have to one way of practicing on how to manage your time. Put a particular time for each subject. That you know that every day at this time, this is what you are working. Because if you don't do that, you may end up like doing things, you may just end up like you just have started everything but nothing had been finished. And it might also happen like time comes, you don't have a class, and you just like, I don't have anything to do at this time, I have to rest because it's my free time. No. Avoid that one. If you have a time blocking, if you have set time to work for each and every activity, so after your class, with okay, this time I'm working with this. So you know that you have something to do. Okay? Because if you don't do that, your mindset is like, I can do that one later. I still have time. But if you have put a particular time for each activity, you may end up like knowing you are working at that particular time. So that's what we call time management. Look at the materials that you have. Look at the teams. Look at the activities that you have. Look at the assignment that was given, if there is any. Okay? And if you have like 6 subjects and all of this has their assignments, then set some time. Say for example, in entrepreneurial management, what time you will be working with the activity. And with your consumer behavior, say for example, what time you will be working with your Strama. I'm not talking about your class schedule. I'm talking about your free time to do this, to do the activity. Okay? So say for example, Monday you are free at 9 to 11. What particular subject you should be doing? Then Tuesday you're free at 3 to 5. What particular subject? And so on and so forth. So that you exactly know what you're supposed to be. That's best thing to do it. And do it in a weekly basis, so that for the entire week, do not just wait for Saturday, for Sunday for you to do it. I believe, guys, that every day you have free time. Every day, after your scheduled classes, you have free time. I do believe in that one. Maybe in a day, the most subject that you have were 3 subjects probably. If there were 4, still, we have 12 hours that you could probably be working. And for 3 hours, or for 2 hours of 3-4 subjects, that's only for 8 hours. You still have 4 hours to work. That's time management. That's time. Do a time blocking. 9 to 11, you'll be doing this. Then after 11, you're doing this, and you're not able to finish, and 9 to 11, you'll be doing something, then go to it. Go to it. Because if you just wait for this to be finished, I still have available time. I'm not going to do my other subject, because you know what will happen with that? You know what will happen with that? It will not develop the sense of urgency in you. Why? Because you know that the next 2 hours is still free for you. The only thing you need to do is just drop that activity that was scheduled in that particular time. So if you're used to it, you just keep dropping. And the problem with that, you can't be more productive. But if you block some time, 9 to 11, I have to work with this, the sense of urgency is there. So you will be avoiding whatever distraction, social media, phones, or whatever, because the sense of urgency is there. Because you know that at 9 o'clock, and at 11 o'clock, 7, I will be working 7 to 9. Then come to 9 to 11, I have another activity to do. So the sense of urgency is there. But if you like, just, okay, I have to finish this before I have to finish that, that's really a problem. The sense of urgency may not be developed. Okay, so the right or the proper practice of time management may not be that effective if you're going to do that. So do a time blocking. I would recommend. Because that helps me like, I'm looking at the activity for how long it is. Okay, I have to set 3 hours for this. The 3 hours I will be working for that, and I have to finish it. That's very important. Because if not, then it might, the second activity might be affected, or I might have to stop this and have to start with other activities. So the sense of urgency is there. But if we cannot avoid that, really we cannot finish it, stop it, then go to with the other. Take a rest for like 15 minutes and then start with the other job. Then still apply the sense of urgency. That if you're able to finish the next activity earlier than the time or ahead of time, then go back to this first one. Don't start with the next one because it's not the time yet. So go back with the other one. That's best to do it. Okay? That's practice time management. Now, another one, the number 6 that I would like to share with you is the so-called figure out how you learn best. Figure out how you learn best. Ano yun, sir? What is this all about? Set your mood. No? Like for example, if you want to start working at 7, so before 7, like 30 minutes, 15 minutes before working, set your mood. Maybe if your mood will be great, if you hear some music, if you feel like shouting, hearing to the rock music or melody music, or if your mood is being set by texting your friend, your very best friend, or probably your loved ones, probably, try it. Okay, if that would set your mood. But my tip is figure out how you learn best. Okay, I would say start by setting up your mood. Okay, it's like if you're a morning person, work at morning. If you're a night person, work at night. Okay, because the mood that set you or provide you a very productive result, that is very helpful. So if you're like a morning person, work at the morning. Schedule a work in the morning, activity in the morning. If you're a night person, schedule an activity at night. Now, if you like this type of person that the mood needs to be set for like an hour, so if you start like you have an activity scheduled at 7, then start setting your mood at 6. Like listen to the music, take some coffee, go outside your house, walk around. Maybe if you love to, if your mood will be set by this beautiful surroundings, no, itong mga gandang halaman. Wag lang nasa city tayo, no, kasi paglabas natin what we can see is just traffic. What we feel is like, the hot temperature around. Or maybe nowadays, by this time, it's like, it's really Christmas, no? It's like you feel the breeze, the cold wind, So whatever sets your mood, it's only you who knows it. Ikaw lang nakakalam nun. But my tip with you, set the best mood. The best mood that you have, I would say. Sorry. It's like me, my mood is being set by old songs. Country songs. I normally listen to it. Okay? Or sometimes my mood is being set by me cooking, no? I resulted like, suddenly I would just tell my wife, ako magluluto. I'll be the one cooking. So, my mood is being set up by there. So, I cook. And then after that one, then I have to, present up myself and then start working. So that's what I mean, how your mood is being set. Other people naman, maybe like just a cup of coffee is good. And that's great. Okay? That's how it sets your mood. If some writer, their mood is being set by, taking some cigarettes, some coffee. That's what I mean about setting up your mood. Figure out how you learn best. Okay? Put yourself into a zone, sabi nga nila. Put yourself into a zone. The zone of learning. The zone of being productive. Put yourself there. How? It's only you who knows it. What motivates you? What inspires you to set your mood? The best mood. The best mood that you could ever have for you to be able to do the activity. Again, it's like figure out how you learn best. Okay? And I have here the second to the last, eliminate distraction, my dear students. Eliminate distractions. Boyfriends and girlfriends are distractions. Eliminate them. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Eliminate distractions. I know you know this. Okay? If that time, 7 to 9, is being set for you working with your activity in a particular subject, work for it. Set aside the phone. Okay? If you really need to have the phones, work, set a schedule like I have to work for like an hour, then after 15 minutes breaks, take my phone and then work again. Set it that way. But do not like you set the 7 to 9 and then from time to time you will use your phone for the social media. That would really distract you. That would help you. That won't help you in an online class. Okay? I really believe that the most contributor of distraction is yung social media. Okay? Eliminate those energy wasting activity. Okay? Eliminate those unnecessary thing that may not contribute in your learning. That may not contribute on you being productive. Tanggalin mo. If you feel like your parents is hassle, eliminate din. No? Just joke. Joke lang po yan. But I really believe social media, television, watching TV sometimes, you know, a lot of things that distract you, and those things that distract you, definitely eliminate those. It won't help you in an online class. Mark my word. Finish mo muna. Finish the activity that is scheduled, that you scheduled at that time, and then go to your social media later. That can wait. That can wait. But if you really need to have text your friend because you want to ask question about your activity, you want to collaborate with them, you need to use your phone because you are browsing, that's fine. But just nonsense conversation like, hey, hi, oh friend, what have you been using? Hey friend, what have... No, don't do that. Or like you're watching YouTube or movies, you know, or you're watching, you know, so don't do that. Alright? Those are distractions. That won't help you in an online class. Okay? Next, the last one, number 8. Leverage on your network. What does it mean? Leverage on your network. Make use of friends, relatives, whoever you could get ideas, whoever can help you in your online class, wherever who can help you in your activity, make use of them. Maybe I would suggest, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to make use of your phone or maybe be into social media, just because you want to connect with your network, you want to connect with your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, your professors, you want to connect with them for important reasons related to the activity that you're doing, go ahead. That's good. The distraction that I mentioned earlier is the distraction that has nothing to do with your activity. Nothing to do with you finishing your activity. Eliminate that. Okay? So that's leverage your network. Okay? Online class, really sometimes we feel we are alone kasi we are just one, you know, nothing besides you. Your friends, your classmates, maybe your crush, maybe your boyfriend is not besides you. Maybe you feel alone, but no, there's social media. If you want to connect with them because you are asking something, you want to collaborate with them, fine. But for a nonsense thing, stop it. Okay? So, make use of them. No? Walang problema to ask with your peers, classmates, whatever, as long as it's activity-related questions. Okay? So, remember here, the online class may have full of challenges. Full of challenges. But in time like this, in this pandemic, in times like this, wherein we really don't know what's going to happen, really being avoid to be infected, this is the best way of doing or continuing our education, the online class. So we should stop the attitude of like, let's wait till we can do face-to-face. No. Especially business students, especially our course, no. This is the time that we will be better than anybody else. Because, as you can see, the world stopped. Tumigil yung mundo dahil dito. But business is necessary. No? A lot of experts say, open the economy. Because we cannot just live without the economy. Just imagine that. We are the most relevant now. So we should not stop just because of this pandemic. Just keep going. We just keep continuing. Whatever is best for everyone. Whatever is best for us. Okay? Never give up, sabi nga. Sabi ni Jack Ma, never give up. Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Do not give up. Maaring mahirap ngayon. No? Maaring mas mahirap bukas. Pero maaring sa susunod na araw, aanihin mo na yung lahat ng pinaghirapan mo. Kasi, you never did give up. Okay? Never give up just because of it's difficult in an online. Never give up. Continue with your dream. Follow with your dream. Stick with your dream. Stick with your goal. That we can do it. Okay? The very important thing here is you. The steps that I've given to you depends or will be effective or efficient only if you will be able to understand and make use of it. Remember, sabi nga, uli ni Jack Ma, never give up. Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Alright, my dear students, I hope that you're able to make use of this. I hope that this will help you. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you're able to subscribe in this channel for so many videos that will be posted in here, videos related to business, videos related probably with your subjects. Have a great day, everyone, and keep safe. See you. Bye for now.